Hey, it is the 25th of April, 2023. We are on Wallet Scrutiny call number 16. Time goes really fast. We have Leo here from the Wallet Scrutiny team. We have Carp Fluist here, who's our copy ninja, if he's okay with being called that.
It's too early. It's too early for me to care.
Too early, it's too early for him to care. Okay. And we have, sorry, how do I pronounce your name? Let's see. Maybe you'd like to say hi as well?
Lie is good. Just
Omoloju. Did I pronounce it correctly?
yes, yes, you did.
Perfect. Welcome, welcome. Do you know anything about the water scrutiny project, or should I give a little bit of an overview, or Leo can do that as well?
This is my first time doing this because to see what the design calls are. It's really
I can't quite understand much.
Yeah, we're
It's
having some trouble with your
first
audio.
time something, but the project. Do you want us to explain the project quickly?
yes, yes, please.
Okay. So what Scrutiny is trying to help make wallet projects more transparent. So when you are your own bank, which is a mantra in Bitcoin, then you need to know if the tools are working in your favor. And that means you cannot use a custodial wallet. You cannot use anything that doesn't provide the transparency required to know if it leaks your keys to the provider or not, etc. So that's the core mission of wallet scrutiny, to identify wallets that provably work in your favor, or that at least make it possible to verify that.
Thank you.
Cool. Yeah, today we'll really try to focus on copy because that's a very big part of the design as well. And we have the guy here who really helped us out with the copy to try to rethink it, rework it. So we'd love to walk through that with you, Leo. Is there anything you'd like to chat about, Leo?
No, I hope that Ed knows where to go with the design. And regarding the copy, well, I mean, I iterated it many times in many details, and I tried to be as objective as possible, but maybe it's not as accessible as possible. And some compromise will be required to make more people understand what this is about. And I'm open for suggestions. And it's a lot of copy if you go through all the methodology, for example.
Yeah, the copy is a really big part of the website because when a user arrives at that main page, and if they understand clearly what you guys do and how thorough you guys are in your process, they'll really feel that sense of trust as well, and they'll feel like they understand the review process to be able to make a fast decision. So I guess that's I guess that's the aim of the copy, is to establish trust, and then also to make the person feel that they really understand what they're reading. So yeah, I'll go ahead and share my screen, and then I don't know if
I'm not sure if I shouldn't be the one to share my
I think
screen.
so. I was just thinking that because if you can kind of walk through and move through everything, I'm going to
Yeah.
stop sharing this tab.
Okay.
And
Let's see if I can do this. Hold on.
good idea.
Uh, did that work?
Yeah, we see your screen.
Okay. Okay, so some of these are like hot, what I would call, I guess, again, everybody's got to forgive me. This is quite early for me. Higher level copywriting type stuff. So you have these main pages. These are almost your marketing pages. This one, this one, this one, this one. But as you start to get into methodology, basically it becomes a question of clarity. So I didn't do a lot of rewriting of this, but what I did instead was a lot of aggressive proofreading. It's very common that we might have a sentence that has 10 words in it that only needs 5 or 6 words to get the same message across. Fixing up grammar, throwing in punctuation where it was missing, and so on. It's probably safe to say between this page, this page, this page, I've probably made just between on these 5 pages 250 to 300 separate edits, something like that. Most of which are for clarity, not really for marketing reasons, for the obvious fact that it's a methodology page, and clarity definitely is king for something like that. So, with these, I don't know how much real walking through there's going to be for me to do. You're probably just going to have to read them on your own. And then you can feel free to make add any additional copy that I might have deleted that you thought was crucial. That's up to you. But yeah, these were very time consuming, and this one in particular was just but nonetheless, they're a shitload clearer and more concise than they were. And I think somebody who comes here looking for answers is going to find better ones than they would have before. Okay, so these are the marketing pages. You already know this headline. Reading copy as a team is, it's like writing copy as a team. Generally, copywriters don't work that way. So you know this headline, subhead, body copy combination already. And then we have this one for this new graphic that Christoph put together. Pretty straightforward. Gets to the point in 2 words of what these 2 items are here. Again, I encourage you to read the body copy yourself. I don't think me reading it out loud does anyone any favors. But they work well. And so mobile is going to be the exact same thing. Here, as much as I could, I just clarified that this is the wall review process. I gave an overall summary of it. Meaning of reproducibility, also edited. Disclaimer, do your own research. Also edited down. Not really edited down in this case, but edited for more clarity. Whoops, anything over there. And this is our about page where people get to know a little bit about us. We don't really say that much about ourselves here. I think we actually say more in the methodology page about us, but I guess this is about us, the people.
That's a nice one. Transparency first, second, and third. We get to know wallets. Here's where you get to know us. Really nice. It's the first time I'm seeing this one. I haven't gone through it, but it looked really nice.
Yeah, that one came out all right. So again, I encourage everyone to kind of read it on their own time. Reading body copy out loud is never all that useful. Again, you got to deal with me. I'm just working on a coffee over here. Still half asleep. And this is the donations page, which I also cleaned up. It's much more straightforward than it was. A lot of basic grammar fixes and tightening sentences and so on and so forth. All of this is here. I think this headline sums up what the donation page is about. And then the methodology stuff, which I didn't make a ton of changes to headlines here. Instead, like I said, just worked on concision, grammar, aggressive proofreading, and so on, which I think you'll notice immediately when you start to read them. These were obviously the most time-consuming parts of the whole project. And so on and so forth. Anyways, that's that. That's my walkthrough. Sorry for the low energy on that one, but my brain is mashed potatoes until probably at least 10:30.
Thanks so much for putting that together, Carp. I'll go ahead and share. Was this my? I'll go ahead and share it as well because I've that about page was also just really. We pretty much have the copy for all of the pages. It feels like because you've done one for the home page, you've done one for the individual wallet reviews as well. You've kind of tidied up the copy there. You've done for the about page as well.
Oh yeah, by the way, Christoph asked me to mark things when I was
Yeah.
done with them. So instead of marking page by page, just like instead of saying this page is done, which doesn't really help him that much, I just went and I marked every paragraph or headline plus paragraph that I changed. So the doc is absolutely overflowing with notes by me, and all they ever really say is updated. And there's about 80 of them, I think.
Right. Makes sense. It's the same. Yeah. You're just making notes on where you updated copy. I think that is helpful for the team because they know then where updates and iterations have been made to the current content. I think it provides a lot of clarity when they're looking through. So, yeah. This is also done nicely because you're here. This is so we have a donation page as well. Then we have the methodology page, which was quite one to tackle. Um, nice.
Yeah, it's funny. This is actually the most copy I think I've edited for a single website
Okay.
since 2012.
Wow. Okay. Okay. So what was one of your focuses? Kind of reducing the amount of copy as well.
Yes, that's concision. But I did find that a lot of what's in here is important. If
Yeah.
someone does want answers, they can go here instead of just tagging the team on Twitter or whatever.
Yeah.
So the goal here was really clarity, which generally in copywriting, clarity is the most important thing. It goes above creativity. And for a page like this, creativity doesn't have a lot of room to run,
Mm-hmm.
but clarity has an awful lot of value. So I think I pretty much nailed it on clarity. I think you'll find that that's true. Like I said, there's between these 5 pages, there's several hundred like small grammar changes or proofreading changes throughout.
Wow. Kudos to you for making sense of quite a complex topic. I mean, Leo, I know for you this is your bread and butter, but for the everyday man on the street, this is another language. So,
Yeah, but that's also what makes it possible to make meaningful copy, because if he doesn't understand it, um, he has to ask and dump it down. But people that and understand it perfectly, they will not notice where the nuance is difficult for people that enter the field. So I very much appreciate help from, I don't know if you are like less technical, but from less technical people.
I am the least technical person on the Spiral team.
Okay, so as you had no questions, but still worked on the copy, I'm very much looking forward to looking into the detail. Actually, I was thinking how to get this into the project, because now it is in Figma, and now I will have to go through paragraph and to paragraph and copy it over into the source code project.
yeah.
And then I can see the diff, and then I can actually see what was changed. But so it will take a bit of a while until I can make a good feedback on the changes, I think. But yeah, I can get going with that today. I think.
Carp, what is your method that you suggest? Like, I mean, when you kind of hand over copy to the team and you say like, this is the kind of changes, how is like the best kind of back and forth to reach consensus, I guess, before they want to put it live?
Well, traditionally that would be a Google Doc. Figma is a little bit tricky.
Yeah,
I think you're probably going to find that you're at a point where any changes that need to be made could be made by you directly. Because if I accidentally snipped something, I didn't snip much of it. So you're going to be like, you're going to say like, oh, this word is missing or something, or that word is missing. And in which case you're empowered to just go ahead and make the change directly. I don't anticipate there being a lot of back and forth on this because I didn't make major changes to the structure. I just made changes, at least for the methodology pages, to just the language, the clarity of the language.
yeah. Because I'm thinking in terms of Ed Leo, is it helpful for him to have it in a Word document? Because otherwise he'll, or can he copy and paste from Figma? Oh, sorry, you're muted. You're muted, Leo. No,
Yes. What Ed does, Figma is very good, I think, at providing the parameters for doing the CSS and stuff to get the design over. And of course, the text can be copied too. So I think I will go through the Figma. It's no help to export it or do some extra work to
yeah,
get it into some Word or something. It's just that I assume that there is comments where text was changed, or do I have to copy all of it? Because the methodology is one file per verdict, for example, and then there is the text around the verdicts, which is yet another file, and so it's all distributed across many files, and
hmm,
I will have to go back and forth copying stuff there, but I think it will be quite quick to do so. It's not too complicated, but yeah, because the formatting is also different. The files that I use, they use Markdown formatting, so something that is bold here or underlined here is works differently in Markdown. So it will be some manual work there, but going through Word is no help there.
yeah,
Oh, if I can make a one piece of advice too that I wasn't able to make in this copy because I didn't do any work on the tags that are used for specific things. I would strongly recommend getting rid of the exclamation points on things like unreproducible. Uh, it just, if you're going to have it, if unreproducible is going to be in red as it is, you don't need the exclamation point. It just sounds like you're shouting. It seems a little less, I don't know, a little less clean than it could be.
Yeah, we were talking about the colors there. The red is a bit problematic because 99% of the products are red. We were talking about being more neutral about those colors. So to get projects on board to climb in the hierarchy there without being stigmatized for being red there. But of course, the top category still has to stand out somehow. Here you see, whose screen is that now? Is that
this is my screen. My
yeah,
screen.
it's most screen. Yeah. So the colors are not red there anymore.
Yeah, we removed all red, I think, because you got the team was more comfortable with just using a bit of green as an accent color. So I know we moved away from any sort of colors being
Yeah,
particular
it's
Color
color.
coding.
it's less intimidating. It's less scary.
Yeah, I think what this homepage does very well is it's what it's doing is it's allowing the person the first option of saying, well, look, I can come and search for my wallet over here, and their wallet will pretty much pop up here. But then they can also compare two wallets as well if they want to just put those two wallets next to each other. And this gives you guys a lot of credibility as well, because that's that trust factor. Thousands of wallets reviewed and counting and counting. It's doing a good job of saying like we really are specialists in this field.
Yeah.
So I think this is really smartly done. The design meeting the copy here is really good as well. And then hopefully this contribute call to action over here is going to get more people to review, to add in reviews of wallets as well, to create that sense of neutrality between the your reviews and then external reviews as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is very nicely done. If we compare it now, I often like to. I'm going to go to Wallet Scrutiny now. Let me go to the current website, Wallet Scrutiny. I will share this tab instead. It's um, it's still allowing that search function, so we've definitely kept up with the search function there. We've kept up with the credibility of saying, you guys have reviewed many different wallets. So it's keeping up with the credibility, but it's being a little bit more explicit in giving off and saying that, we've reviewed thousands. Um, so it's kind of really nicely putting all of this together. Um, yeah, it's really nice. I will share this tab instead. So yeah, that's really a world of difference to the. How do you feel about how the copy and the design has come together, Neo?
I like it very much. I mean, I can't wait to put it out there.
Yeah,
And Ed already did a lot of work there for the design, and now I'll work on the copy, and or I'll copy the copy, and
yeah,
uh,
yeah,
and then we'll integrate it into Ed's demo. And when that is all fine, then I think we can push it live. I mean,
yeah,
there's certainly some details to be tweaked still, but I think we're quite far in the design, and uh, now the last polishing has to be done. And I mean, not the last polishing. I mean, I think the last touches before we can put it live,
yeah,
and then we can iterate from there.
yeah. This copy was really the last, the not the last piece of the puzzle, but it was a really big piece of the puzzle. This copy bit that we just
Yeah.
received a whole bunch of help on. Would you like to maybe share the live link, the demo of what Ed's been working on? I'll stop sharing my screen.
Okay. Wait, where is wallet script? Why is um, we had it in here it is. Okay, demo pages, and I can just share the link here with
You can share your screen as well if you like. It's the or yeah, the links also.
yeah, but I can share the
There's it's just third from the third from the left. There's a screen sharing button there.
yeah, I found it. It's just that I had to switch to my other screen, and so there we are. You can see it now.
Wow, it's been busy. Yeah, you can see your screen.
Yeah, and certainly this counter is still wrong. How many wallets you can search? I don't know. Maybe he has it limited to because the well screening page takes like 1 minute to compile the 4,500 products.
Yeah,
So to iterate on the design, he might have deleted like 99% of the reviews, so you can just go quicker.
yeah,
So this looks slightly changed. Uh, the button, the read more button, is not working. The search works. There is no red coloring anymore. There is the effect with the pale and transparent when it's obsolete, for example, or stale. Then you see it looks a bit different. But then you can see the security overview, or as Carp edited it, we will have to change that, but that's easy. So yeah, it looks very much like the suggested design.
Yeah.
And
Ed added in a nice touch there as well with giving the users an option of adding in the color tint as well. I thought that was very nicely done with the yeah,
like this,
yeah. There we go.
this is only a debugging feature, so he wants to remove that for production. Would you suggest to keep that for production, because the coloring not conveying any information is more confusing than anything?
Hmm.
So I think if the default was the more neutral one, and if the button said toggle vibrant website theme, then vibrant should convey that this is not about any information about the products, but it
Hmm.
is like, why is green green? Yeah, okay. Is that now better than the others, and it's the only green product?
Hmm.
So I wouldn't take this color theme as the default theme,
Yeah.
but maybe if we keep it in, then it should be optional and clear to the users that this does not mean that only green wallet is a good wallet.
Hmm. So I have a question here. I wrote it down. Is how can we communicate to users that when they turn on the color option, that they're not the color option doesn't mean anything. So maybe that's just some feedback in terms of the interface when they turn it on.
It it says there in the tooltip, vibrant website theme. So
Okay.
yeah, it could toast it, like, because people, like, they click here and they don't wait for the tooltip to appear, and on mobile you won't see the tooltip anyway. So yeah, if we want them to use this, it should be the default, but how do we explain to them that it? I mean, we could use other coloring, like it could like slowly fade. Like if we had those colors, um, like cycle in like 10 seconds from one color to the other, then it would be clear it's not some color coding, but it's just fancy, and it would be cheap to do. It's not with the new CSS filters, it's not impacting the performance, or not, at least not much.
I don't know if Ed has Ed. Is there anything that we can do to help Ed with with the whole, because he's moving the designs from design to development. Is there anything that we can do? Maybe just, I don't know, give him some feedback maybe, or
Or if you have feedback for his iteration,
yeah,
um, where he hasn't, I mean, you suggested those things in Figma, and I see that he is copying exactly what is in Figma.
yeah, it feels seems
And
so, yeah.
he's doing a quite good job there, and I have to look into the details, but uh, there might be quite a lot of work that went into certain details, but other details might still be hacks. Like here it says search 9 wallet reviews. Oh, that is only for the reproducible ones. So if I go, so you suggested that it would show all verdicts there, but if I click all verdicts, yeah, then the copy breaks and it shows some stupid zero there. It's
Yeah.
that's that's not okay. So it doesn't. Oh yeah, there's all verdicts, and it doesn't show the counter. It doesn't show many wallets neither. Oh, it has the paging. Yay! So the paging is certainly a problem when it runs into the hundreds. So,
Yeah, it's been really busy. Wow.
but when you filter, it should get a bit better. So only products that say Bitcoin. Oh, it's only 47 pages now.
Only 47. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Wow.
Yeah.
It's to see this live demo it's it's come really far.
Yeah, he implemented a lot of the stuff that you suggested, and I'm I'm not too sure if I like this vibrant theme because it's just confusing. Like, what do we want to tell the user with those colors? But
Hmm.
if they would be fading around, then it would be more clear that it is. Or if they were gradients, then it would be clearer that it's just to be fancy. Like
Yeah.
if we would pick two colors per, and it would just show a gradient from the one corner to the other or something.
Yeah. I think maybe also Carp, I don't know if it's useful for you as well when you see the design pushed live. Does that also often kind of make a difference is when you see it live on the website versus in the Figma file?
Yes.
Yeah. It feels different, right? When you then look at the live version of the copy. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'll also write here that's like also to get your eyes on it as well. Once the copy's push live. Um,
Regarding the functionality, the intended functionality from Figma, I assumed that the search bar would always search over all products in all platforms and all verdicts, even if I have picked blind signing Bearer and I would search mycelium, I would still find mycelium across all the products, right? Or was the idea to, because in the Figma file it said search 4,000 wallet reviews
mhm.
here, even though here in the verdict drop down, the reproducible was selected, and here the Android was selected, right? So I think it makes sense to search over all of them and maybe put like first those that are matching the other two filters, and then like a line, and then all the others. Like, oh, if what you are searching isn't actually a hardware wallet, here it is, and you still find it even though you had those other filters active.
Yeah. Sorry, could you explain just a little bit more how what you mean about the filters layer? I didn't quite understand that bit.
Okay, so in Figma it looks like this. Yeah, it looks like, hello, what? Yeah, it looks like this, and it reads here: search 4,500 wallet reviews.
Okay.
That is the Sigma file, Figma, and Ed now turned it into search 9 wallet reviews because it's limiting it by the filters regarding the verdict and the platform.
Right.
So I think it makes sense to search over all wallets and not only over those matching the other two filters. So maybe it could be showing those that match those other filters first, but it should show those that don't match those other filters also.
Mm,
Like,
I get you what you mean. So it's almost like they get this big bucket first. Here you can search everything, and we get you narrow down your search criteria yourself.
so if I search for Trezor here, yeah,
Yeah.
Trezor, it should not say no wallet match Trezor. Yeah, it should just say, okay, no reproducible Android product matches Trezor,
Hmm.
but we found Trezor here and there. Yeah, so then it should show those. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
because it also has this hardware icon in there. Trezor now randomly is reproducible. It fits the first filter. But if I had searched for, let's say, no, keep key, let's say ledger, yeah, then it would neither be reproducible nor Android, yeah, and I have to switch to all verdicts to find my ledgers, and that's stupid. A search field should not require me to know the verdict to find the product. So it should find them all from across all the platforms and all the verdicts, even though I had uh, prior to that a default reproducible Android selected here.
Mm-hmm. So switch default to all verdicts. That's basically
No, 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 no. The default would be reproducible Android because
right. Mm-hmm.
uh, I'm not too happy that Android is the default.
Mm-hmm.
It could be hardware wallets that is the default.
Yeah.
We can talk about that, or we say um, we ask the user, or we could make this all platforms, which is currently not supported. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
um, and then show, of course, the reproducible ones because that's. I'm not
Yeah.
100% convinced that we should push people towards hardware wallets. I would love to have the desktop wallets. And in the desktop wallet section, I think the most relevant and most important products are those that support multi-signature with multiple wallets, including hardware wallets. So I think those should be like the best or the products that we should push to the user for the maximum security, as it eliminates the single points of failure. But as Vault Scrutiny doesn't have that focus, it focuses on transparency and not on single points of failure. I'm not yet sure how to get the user there or how to justify pushing those multi-signature wallets.
Yeah. I mean, we can explore how this, we can explore how this particular search. I think you already have an idea of switching the default to be the reproducible Android build, and let's see how that.
No, the default always was the reproducible Android builds,
Yeah.
because that's what I started with. In the beginning of all Scrutiny, there was only Android, and but what I meant was that the search, as soon as I type here, these filters about reproducibility and Android should be ignored
Mm, right.
or maybe used for sorting. So it might still show Android reproducible first, but
Hmm.
it should still find the ledger. It's not
Yeah.
acceptable that to find my ledger,
Yeah.
that I have to then go to, okay, how about all verdicts?
Yeah. That
Oh
makes
yeah, there's the ledger live. I meant my ledger hardware. Oh, there I have to switch to hardware. Okay.
it's
Oh, now there's the
that little
products.
bit of that. It's that what you're mentioning now is that feedback that happens on the back end when someone starts typing the website. This search bar already starts to think, and it starts to think, okay, I remove the filters so that all the things can be shown.
Right. The search should just take precedence over the
Yeah.
other two filters.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And I would just and we could consider those others for sorting, but maybe even not that. I don't
Mhm.
know.
Yeah. Cool. I mean, I think in terms of we've come really far it feels like we've come really far. I think in terms of next steps, no source and defunct should both lose their. Let's just read the message again. No source and defunct should both lose their exclamation points. Okay.
Yeah, just try to take those out. It's very like shouty. It's not all that. I mean, it's not that as professional as it could seem. You're just giving a verdict. You're not giving a verdict via yelling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of exclamation marks here.
Yep, I cut all of them.
Yeah.
Okay, search and replace over the whole
Hey guys, I
project.
gotta run.
All right.
Yeah,
But
thanks, Carp.
yeah, you
Thanks for
got it.
joining, and
Get
thanks
back
for
to me
the
with any.
job. A good job on the copy, by the way.
Yep, just get back to me with any feedback.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye bye.
See you.
Cool. Yeah, Leo. I mean, we can pretty much wrap up the call as well. I think in terms of, I don't know if it feels good for you in terms of next steps. You just maybe you want to jump into Figma and have a look at the copy. Take some time with that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'll get the copy over to the demo page that Ed made,
Yeah.
and then we have another call scheduled, so we'll see then.
Yeah, I think we have another call scheduled for next week. So yeah, once Ed's pushed the copy live, I guess we can share the copy with share the live version with Carb Fluist as well. Because as you mentioned, when the copy is live on the website, it also feels different. It comes across differently. Um,
Right.
I guess for you guys as well is maybe to think a bit about the images you want to use on the about page. I know that's something for you guys to feel into what feels comfortable for you as a team. Um, Maybe
Right.
to use some fun images, not your real face or your real face. Maybe just to see what feels comfortable for you guys. Um,
Right. Yeah.
yeah,
Well, thank you then for your time again, and
yeah. I mean,
see you next
we'll
week.
see you next week, and yeah, we can. It's 15 minutes early, but I think we can wrap it up.
Yeah,
All right. Thanks for your
was
time, Dave.
productive.
Thanks for joining the
Thanks.
call.
Bye.
Bye bye.